Well, the roof of your home is protecting what is likely your most expensive investment, and it can be a little intimidating when it comes time to get that replaced or worked on. Thankfully, we have an expert here who has all the answers to all my questions. His name's Jeremy Janes with Copper Creek Contractors. How are you, Jeremy?
I'm good, Tim. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Man, the roof is one of those things that scares me a little bit because I know it's supposed to do a job and it protects something that's very expensive, but I know nothing about it. How do you approach a customer who would come to you with those similar fears?
Basically, Tim, we like to take a comprehensive approach to it. We like to sit down with the customer, break it down to them like you would break down to me how to do a news interview. And like I said, we walk them through the process from A to Z, make sure there's no hidden agendas or anything like that, no unanswered questions. And yeah, we just kind of take it from there and make it hassle-free for them.
Sometimes this can be just because the roof is old and you're starting to notice a few issues. Sometimes there can be hail damage like we had a little over a year ago. What are some signs that you need to look for that might suggest it's time to start looking into a new roof?
It's a good question, actually. So whenever it comes to the age of your roof, if you start noticing that it looks like you have spider webs on your roof, that's a degranulation. That's the fiberglass actually showing through the shingle.
It's not actual giant spiders?
There's no giant spiders on
your
roof. No. Some cases there might be, but no. Most cases it's the fiberglass coming through the shingle that's showing deterioration. A lot of times we see roofs, they age differently due to proper ventilation. If you don't ventilate a roof properly, it could take the roof life in half. It decreases the roof life dramatically. So
do you see, I've heard like the corners of your shingles start bending, or is there discoloration? Are there things that like I as a novice could see from the ground that would say, you know what, I need to make a phone call to you guys?
Sure. So you're right, the corners start curling up, or if you see that it looks like there's like stuff underneath your shingles that are starting to curl up, that's usually plywood that's starting to buckle. That's a good indication that it's not vented properly and the roof is actually cooking from the underneath side. That is a very good indication from the ground to give us a shout and get out there before you guys have bigger issues.
Let's say we've determined that a roof is necessary, at least some repairs. What does that process look like? I feel like some people are scared that they're going to have people in their yard for a couple of weeks at a time trying to get this thing replaced. What does that time frame look like, and what's the process kind of from beginning to end?
So the process from beginning to end is we'll come in the morning. It usually takes us only a day on most residential houses to do start to finish. What we'll do is we'll come in, we'll drop a dumpster and materials. Our crew will come in at about 7 o'clock in the morning, have the roof off the entire house by 8 o'clock, then start laying paper and underlayment and shingles, and usually that's done by about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow, that is way faster than I expected. Also, don't plan to sleep in that day, I guess.
No, you will be awake very early. Yes, sir. Yes.
I know, if it's just sort of the age of the roof, you need to have some things replaced. That's often an out-of-pocket thing. But when it comes to damage from a storm, quite often insurance can play a role. You guys, I'm assuming, work with insurance companies?
Absolutely. There's two different factors that go into a roof. Usually there's either wind or hail. Obviously, from July 11th last year, everybody in Champaign County was probably affected by the hailstorm. Hail impacts the shingles, leaves like little, it knocks the granules off of it, and therefore the shingle's not doing its job anymore. That's probably the easiest way to get your roof paid for by insurance companies. They don't really hassle with you very much. There is a factor on wind. Living in central Illinois, we get a lot of windstorms and everything like that. But age and condition of the roof come into that factor as well. If the roof is at the end of its life and you're not able to repair the roof and you have about 5 or 6 missing shingles on your roof, there's a good possibility that your insurance will cover that too.
And is that something that you guys work with the insurance company? Does the homeowner need to do that first?
So basically, the homeowner, if we come out and do the initial inspection, if we feel like there is damage that we think it can get covered under the insurance company, we just have them file the initial claim. We come out after that and handle everything from A to Z. We deal with the insurance company, do the adjustment, and then take care of everything. Basically, after that is all the customer has to do is pick out a color and wait for a check from the insurance company.
That doesn't sound too bad at all.
It's pretty easy.
See, it's much less scary when you have an expert who knows what he's talking about. If you have more questions or want to get something started on the roof at your home or place of business, Jeremy's the guy to call, and we'll have all the details on how you can connect with them at our website, ciliving.tv.